Hey, what's going on, guys? This is JP, VP of Marketing for RaceForPartnership.com. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to be talking a little bit about how to use your taglines when you're actually uploading a video. I have with us today, as we normally do, Stefan, CEO and the webmaster for RaceForPartnership.com. I've seen that we're getting a lot more traffic to our website, and we're getting a lot more traffic, obviously, to the forum, which is actually pretty good. I was on there the other day, and I see that there is a help section in there, and some people are asking different things. So basically what I think we should do is we're going to teach people a little bit how to properly upload a video. And when they do that, obviously there is taglines, the infamous taglines. So why don't we go ahead and start it off with yourself. What exactly do you normally do? Let's say, for example, you are uploading a video about, let's see here, Call of Duty. You're doing search and destroy. You got 15 kills. You got 35 deaths. You did a horrible job. So that's it. I mean, your team won, and the clip is only 5 minutes long. So give me the tags that you would recommend people to use.
Sounds like my average game, to be honest.
That's why I was explaining it. That's the reason why I said it that way.
Thank you. So I probably wouldn't advertise that I did terribly. I would probably first write, in that case I'd probably actually write Black Ops, Call of Duty, possibly even abbreviate Call of Duty to COD, because lots of people write that. Then I move on, search and destroy.
Okay, so let's dissect it a little bit here. I'm actually looking at a video informations page right now. So we've got the title. Okay. So we've already described your gameplay. We've already described what type of game you're playing. Give me the title. What title would you use in that game, for example?
I'd call it something like, I don't know, terrible game yet still won, or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Something cheesy.
Now, are you picking the title to catch people's eye? Is that the reason why you've titled it that, or are you titling it more for, like you said, the more cheesy effect?
Well, generally, it sounds stupid, but the more cheesy you go, people will actually click on it.
Okay.
Usually, if you write something with capital letters, watch this, or something, there's so many search results of people trying to do that, like desperately getting views.
In fact, yeah, that's funny that you just mentioned that, because we just watched, we just watched a video from somebody in our community. We won't mention their name, but hopefully this will help you out. I typed in watch, just the word watch, in the Google YouTube search engine, okay? Now, I want everybody else to do this, for those people that are watching this right now. You're going to see that there is over 60 million videos with that exact same thing. If you're not a partner, if you're not, which obviously you're not if you're in this program, but you will not be the top 5 pages, let alone the top probably hundreds of pages. So you're never going to get a lot of views in a short amount of time. If you want to be an individual partner, which this is going to be another series that we'll probably talk about at a later date. What's individual partner mean? What does partnership mean? All that other kind of stuff. But you will never become an individual partner, which means that you'll never make any money if you're not getting a lot of views in a short amount of time. Okay, so that's done. Perfect. Title needs to be cheesy or eye-catching. Great. Now, give me the description. What would you write in the description line? And obviously, this can be as broad as anybody can say, but just to make it dumbfounded, what would you put in the description?
There you'd write usually what type of game you're doing. So
right, but what would be the description? Yeah, for example, what would be the description for this video?
You'd write Black Ops match, search and destroy, possibly your score, and then write something along the lines of, I don't know, something along those lines. I think something.
Okay,
something
so
plain,
the description
would
would probably read something along the lines of, Black Ops Search and Destroy Havana 15 and 30. Horrible game. Great. Now, the other thing that I want to mention is, not a lot of people know this, but everything that you write in the description box, google.com, google.ca, google.co.uk, Google themselves picks up on those words. Okay, so anything you write in there, you want to be as descriptive as you possibly can in that description line. I mean, that thing does not have a counter to it. You can write for days, weeks, months, write an entire life history of how you became this great Call of Duty player if you really want to, because the more descriptive you are, the better chance that your video will be seen by other people. Now the taglines, for example, the taglines are basically the targeting. You're targeting these certain individual names. For example, COD. You're targeting anybody that writes in COD, your video will come up. Typing in Search and Destroy, same thing. So what would be your taglines to get the maximum amount of views?
The maximum amount of views, you don't want to go for the most obvious. Well, you want to mention things like Call of Duty, but you don't want to mention things like watch this or subscribe to me or stuff like that. Those things you want to avoid. You want to try and write more Call of Duty, Search and Destroy, COD. Try to abbreviate things, S&D, things people might write, which other people might not have thought of.
Okay.
To write.
All right. So you would obviously not recommend putting watch this. Now here, let me tell you something here real quick, people that are watching this. If you type in watch this into the thing, but you've also got Call of Duty, you got Search and Destroy, you got 15 and 30, you got Havana, you got other things. The first thing that the taglines are going to pick up is watch this. So if you're not typing in watch this, Call of Duty, nobody's going to see your video. The first words that I would recommend that you put in, if it's a Call of Duty video, type in Call of Duty in the first section. The very first 3, maybe 4 words in your taglines is what you want to target, because that's what people are looking for. They're not looking for Black Ops, they're not looking for Modern Warfare 3, they're not looking for Battlefield, they're not looking for any of these other type of games, they're looking specifically for Black Ops. So obviously you want to type that in there. Then after about the 4th word, that's where you want to be a little bit more generic. You want to maybe put in the type of gun that you used. You want to maybe put the type of class that you used. You want to maybe possibly put in Treyarch or Activision. You know, now you're getting into the developers' names. You maybe want to put in the type of system that you're using. So that's basically what I would recommend. Now, how about we go into the category? Obviously, if it's gaming, you want to put it in gaming. But let's say you're not doing gaming. Let's say it's a tutorial. I would recommend that now tutorials are a little bit different. Now, if it's a graphic tutorial, possibly maybe use a how-to. If it's a how-to video, obviously you want to put it in the how-to section. I mean, category is pretty self-explanatory. If you need any help with that, make sure that you PM one of us. The last thing that I want to touch base on, because we are sitting at about 8 minutes here, is your video thumbnail. Now, YouTube themselves gives you a choice of 3 thumbnails. You want to pick the one that is going to best describe your description, in my personal opinion. I mean, that's the way I pick mine. I don't know how it is for you, Stefan. I mean, is that the same way? Is that what you do as well?
I mean, if it's like a Call of Duty game or something, usually there's not much of a choice. You know, 3 points in the game, that doesn't really make too much of a difference. But if you're doing, something like a tutorial or something, you do want to try and pick one of the 3 of the images which makes the most sense.
Right. And let me just reiterate this. If you're doing a gaming video, you don't want to pick the main menu as your thumbnail, because that's not going to, nobody wants to watch, because then they're going to think you're doing a full commentary and you're just sitting in the lobby talking to people. Nobody's going to watch it. So anyways, guys, that's basically been your first little tutorial, your how-to, your what not to do, that type of thing when you're uploading a video. Hopefully this helps you out. And as always, until next time, guys, we'll see you at the top. This is JP, VP of Marketing for RaceForPartnership.com, and we will definitely see you guys there at the top. That's it from me.
Yep. See ya.
Later.